Alright everybody, it's Shas'O Swoll over here, and I reckoned it was time for a new update video. I haven't been giving many people abreast of what's been going on. I just sort of started putting out animations again one day, and I should provide a bit of context. I've got a few topics to cover actually, so I thought I'd put a little thing together. First of all, the internet. As even though fibre optic hasn't been installed yet, I'm still on a copper cable. I think it's good enough to game on. I've been testing it. I've been playing, well, RuneScape. I've also been playing on Mount & Blade again, Napoleonic like I used to, and I've been playing Last Stand in Dawn of War. It seems to be fine, as long as no one else uses the internet, so I often do it, you know, in the middle of the night when no one else is awake. It's good enough to play video games. On that basis, I'm going to probably say this little hiatus that's been going on since December is over. If content isn't coming out, it's now purely down to me, it's not down to the internet anymore. I've got a little graph to show you. Oh yes, I prepared graphics for this episode. So let's have a look at this. This is a pie chart I knocked up for how I think I should be spending my time. First of all, you can see the job search because, well, I'm unemployed and I'm looking for work officially. 75%. It says you should be spending, 30 hours a week looking for work. And then after that is tabletop and video games. They should be spending a little bit of time every week, as it were. And then at the bottom, video making. That's like a hobby if there's time. However, that's not how things have been going. Here's a graph of how I think I am spending my time. Look at that. Job search is in 20%, which is probably accurate if I'm honest with myself. Video game by far makes up the bulk of what I do. Tabletop, it's got a lot of my attention right now. Maybe that'll fall off, but right now it's quite a big passion. I look forward to it every week. And video making slightly higher on 10%, but both these graphs have in common not much video making is happening, which isn't good. I kind of like it to be more than that, but well, I reckon this brings me on nicely to a rebranding that I've done. For the longest time, I've been in charge of a group that I've just called Upper Hive. You know, ever since Alpha Beta stopped doing Upper Hive, I thought I'd take it upon myself to try and do it. But it's become limiting, and I've undergone a bit of rebranding. I've launched the group that I've now called Loose Cannon. Yes, it's deliberately spelled with one N, Anton. It's a rebranding because I thought Upper Hive was too limiting, as I said. The old Steam group, which I'm still trying to migrate, people won't leave for some reason, was called Alpha Legion Community Upper Hive. In hindsight, that was a stupid thing to call it, but this was made back when the Alpha Legion was still alive, and I thought it had some legs. Let's go through it piece by piece. First of all, the Alpha Legion is dead and buried, alright? To me, anyway, it's dead and buried, because anyone that I wanted to talk to in it is gone, or my friends have left, or at least they're not active in it. And it's not doing me any credit when I'm trying to make videos. Secondly, community? I don't like that, alright? If I'm entirely honest, I don't want to be a part of someone else's community. That's not... I want to be a maker, I want to be a leader, as it were. I want to make my own content, I don't want to follow on to someone else's. And as I learned this lesson, what if the community you attach yourself to goes belly up the next day? It could just... suddenly your name looks like an old tattoo that you regret. And like I said, Upper Hive is limiting. Upper Hive isn't the only thing I want to do, and as it turned out, when I spoke to people, they were scared away. They didn't want to come join my little group because they thought they didn't want to play Upper Hive. My real passion, if I'm honest, is loose lore 40k, you know, taking 40k and not taking it seriously. Hence the character Shas'O Swoll. Hey look, it's a Tau with huge arms that clearly doesn't fit inside the battlesuit. And I don't know, he punches out Space Marines or something. So instead, I made this group Loose Cannon. I originally was going to call it Loose Lore until someone in Zoran the Bear's Discord pointed me towards this instead, and I made a nice little icon. And I like it, I think it looks cute. I didn't even want to limit myself to 40k, funnily enough, so I just called it Loose Cannon. Just in case, I don't know, Games Workshop dies next year and I'm forced to make Warcraft parodies or something like that. I suppose I should move on then to how is this affecting video making. Not brilliantly. Like, first of all, there are only like 27 members or so in Loose Cannon, as opposed to the 50 or so that are still in the Upper Hive group. I need to migrate them. I'm still trying to partner up with other channels to make content, but honestly, no success. I was going to say limited success, but no, that'd be kidding myself. No success. No one's interested, really. Right now, the biggest thing that's stopping me from making videos, stopping me from making episodic content in loose cannon like I wanted to is A, lack of content. You know, jokes only tend to come out when I think of them, you know, they're very spontaneous. That's how Random Sergeant's Worst Enemy happened. But secondly, I don't have any art, believe it or not. Pictures is a real problem. I'm trying to find like models for fire warriors or guardsmen, and Google Images just isn't turning anything up. I tried asking people like Alphabusa, where do you get your sources, but no response. Can't really expect one, but the point is I haven't got any art, so that's limiting what I can do in videos, and it's impacting the ideas I come up with. Several ideas have been drafted, none have been finished. I don't want to push anything out until it's ready. But one thing I can show you, just in case it dies, is the trailer for Loose Cannon. I've made it here, we're going to show it now. Okay, so what have I been doing? For the most part, playing video games until something comes up. I haven't been recording it at all, although there's been an update recently to Nvidia, which makes me think they fixed share, so maybe I can record gameplay again. I've been playing stuff like The Last Stand, I said that, Mountain Blade, Napoleonic Wars, Deathmatch, Hearts of Iron 4, even old school RuneScape, I said. Just because it occupies time right now. Just waiting for the next thing to come along. If someone else comes up with a project, I'll ask to take part, but what else? Oh yeah, 40k tabletop. I've gotten into that. You might think that'd be a bit of misuse of funds, but no, I've gotten into it in a big way. I've built my Tau army, I got the Start Collecting set. Recently speaking, I just bought the XV25 battlesuits, the Ghost Keel battlesuit, and Commander Shadowsun, who is sitting across the desk from me. I've assembled them all, I'm going to take them down and play with them every Monday. And Wednesday, but who knows. Every Monday I go down, because I live in Newport in South Wales, I go down to the Pen and Wig. It's a pub by the bus station in Newport if anyone's in the area. Every Monday, 2 till late. I go down there, we play tabletop, play board games, card games. It's just generally good fun. I didn't think there was one near me, I thought they had all gone down to Cardiff, but here it is. I was very glad that I went to the Pen and Wig because I found some friends from a group that I had assumed I'd lost. Like I'd been out of contact with them for years, and here they are, they pop up again. I won't tell the whole story because I'm not sure how much of it is personal, but basically, we used to play things like Battlestar and Warhammer and Necromunda. And then a series of unlikely health complications developed in everyone except me, more or less, and we fell apart. So I'm really chuffed that I found them again. It's occupying quite a lot of my time right now. That's actually all I've got for this episode. It's pretty short. We're at the 8-minute mark and I've run out of topics. So thanks for your continued patience, I suppose, but right now everything I say is all talk and no substance until I can back it up with a video. I'd just wait for the next joke to come along. I'll keep talking to people like Zoran the Bear. I'll keep talking to people like Dr. White, trying to get in on something, but YouTube is a broken down old lawnmower, and here I am pulling on the ripcord until it catches. I'm always open to suggestions or help. My email address is on my channel in the description. I'll put it in the description of this video, actually. And my Discord, which is no longer limited to Upper Hive. Please do come along if you just have an interest in 40k. It is more generic. And Upper Hive itself is on a bit of a hold right now, so yeah, I haven't got to worry too much. Probably the next video you see is hopefully an animation, but if not, see you in the next update. Bye-bye.